By this stage of the iOS games phenomenon, you've probably already heard about Cut the Rope. Zeptolab's formula of adorable, cute characters, addictive gameplay, and excellent touch controls really made Cut the Rope a standout success. Well, Pudding Monsters is no exception. Imagine that monsters lived inside your fridge, made entirely out of pudding. Now imagine if all they wanted to do was join their friends to grow larger and larger. Well, that's precisely what Pudding Monsters is about. You'll need to connect all the puddings together by swiping them across the screen. Now, puddings are slippery little suckers, and once they're on the move, they'll keep going until they bump into something or they fall off the grid. This mechanic itself is nothing new. You've seen it in many games before. However, in this, when a pudding runs into another pudding, they fuse together to form a larger one. Once all the puddings on each stage have been connected, you move on to the next. This is where the game takes a bit of a turn, as not only do you need to connect the puddings together, but you'll need to connect them together over the top of some stars placed strategically on the ground. Stars earned are used to unlock each world, so collecting these, at least for your first playthrough, is a necessity. Each theme of the levels is based on the size of the puddings. So while the puddings themselves don't change appearance to the user, the other objects that you interact with change to give the puddings a feeling of relative growth. You'll start off in the kitchen interacting with coffee cups, lunchboxes, and books. Then migrate to the house where your couch-sized puddings will now be running into televisions and bookshelves. Finally, in the third world, your enormous puddings will be out in the neighborhood, using houses and trees to stop your momentum. There's 75 levels available in the initial release, but Zeptolab have promised additional levels being added in future updates. One can only guess as to how big your puddings will end up. As you progress through each world, different types of puddings and new mechanics are slowly introduced. Some puddings leave a trail behind them that can be used to stop other puddings in events that normally would have seen them fall off the map. Other puddings all have to move in unison, making planning during these levels that much more important. You'll discover a splitter that multiplies your puddings in all directions, and things like sleeping puddings that can't be moved until they're woken up by connecting with another. The 75 available levels can be completed in a relatively short amount of time, but even once they're completed, there's still plenty to do. First of all, you can try for those elusive 3-star goals for each level. After that, the game allows for even more replayability with the addition of extra challenges. You can attempt to finish each level with no stars, 1 star, and 2 stars if it's even possible for that to occur. There's plenty of achievements to aim for thanks to the inclusion of Game Center support. Zeptolabs have another smash hit on their hands with Pudding Monsters. It's very addictive, and the cute art style and easy-to-use interface really make this polished game a worthy addition to any puzzle enthusiast mobile device. With the promise of additional levels and a fairly high factor of replayability, Pudding Monsters is easily worth the 99-cent asking price. Thank you so much for joining me today for another episode of Let's Check Out Some iOS Games. My name's Alex, and I'll see you again next time.